Only the catcher, the pitcher, or the batter can call it. No teammates can tip them off, and nobody from the dugout can tip them off. Are you kidding me? Are we really going to sit here and fool ourselves about Major League Baseball, the home of steroids, amphetamines, and banging on trash cans for balls and strikes? You don't think that right now in pitchers and catchers, teams are getting their signals down? You don't think Aaron Boone, Baboon, Bubbles, Buffoon is going to do everything in his power to be in on that conversation? Good evening and welcome to another installment of the New York Minute Sports Show. The automatic balls and strike systems being implemented in baseball this year, how it works, how it affects you as a baseball fan, and is it good for the sport? New York Minute Sports. It's New York Sports for New York Nuts. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's go!
It's New York Minute Sports.
Well, there you have it, folks. Welcome to another installment of the New York Minute Sports Show. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. So there's a lot of talk around the ABS system, the automatic balls and strike system. If you've been watching baseball and you're a baseball freak like me, you know that they've had it in the minor leagues for the last 2 years. That's why sometimes you see Jason Dominguez do this during regular games, because they've been raised with it. Last year, it was implemented during spring training. 60% of the games had the ABS system. And in the minor leagues, the success rate was 51%. And last year during spring training was 56%. But let's break down how the system works if you don't already know. Major League Baseball will use the automatic ball and strike challenge system, the ABS, during the 2026 season. ABS challenge rules are each team will get 2 challenges and can keep them if they're successful. Challenges can only be initiated by pitchers, catchers, or the batter, and the requests must come right after the pitch. To signal a challenge, the pitcher, catcher, or batter will tap on the hat or helmet to let the umpire know. No help from the dugout, other players on the field, nobody but the catcher, pitcher, or the batter. In each extra inning, a team will be awarded a challenge if it has none remaining entering the inning. Every challenge will take 15 seconds. Everybody gets 1 challenge after extras. If you challenge a pitch and you're right, you keep the challenges. So if you start the game with 2 and you get every single challenge right, even if you challenged 11 pitches, if you get them all correct, you still keep the 2 challenges in the back pocket. Now, let's talk about some of the pros and some of the cons of this. First, let's talk about the pros, because you know what? This will talk about high accuracy. Gone are the days of the Angel Hernandez, the terrible baseball umpire. These guys have been ruining the game by blatantly missing calls late in games that cost other teams championships, divisions, and titles. That can happen, and that ruins the integrity of Major League Baseball. With these terrible umps, and the percentage keeps getting worse, because guess what? Pitchers' stuff keeps getting better on the mound, and it's harder to pick up. Now, since we do have technology, look at what replay's done for football. Look at what replay's done for NBA basketball. It's indispensable, folks, and you get the true outcome of games, and isn't that why we're here? Also, these challenges reward the batter's eye. It also rewards a catcher's eye. If these guys know, like somebody like Juan Soto's in the batter's box, and he knows that it's a ball, good luck with somebody like that. He's going to be showing up umpires all over Major League Baseball this year, but guess what? As long as you get it right, that is the biggest pro of the ABS system. Now, let's talk about some of the cons of the automatic balls and strikes. It makes the game longer. Didn't we just go through this whole pitch clock? Didn't we go through, we got to make the game faster for the younger fans? We're losing fans to the NBA because it's high-paced. We're losing fans to hockey because it's high-paced. And now, every time we challenge something, it's going to take 15 seconds. So I just brought up his name before, Juan Soto. somebody like that who keeps challenging every single strike and ball because the umpire can't get it right, some of his at bats might take 4 to 5 minutes. How is that making the game quicker? I mean, you went through all these hoops and you were finding guys and you were calling balls on people and you wouldn't even give them a break. Now it seems like the pitch clock's got a little lackadaisical. Yeah, you don't need to see a guy scratch his crotch for 30 seconds. That's not baseball. But they're speaking out of both sides of their mouth again. Yes, we want to get balls and strikes correct. Yes, we want to speed up the game. But every challenge is going to take 15 seconds, and they call it 15 seconds right now. Let's see if it's going to be 15 seconds. I think it's going to be more like 30 seconds. And if you notice, when the umpire does get on the microphone in the stadium nowadays in baseball, you can hardly hear him half the time. They can't figure out the microphone. Second of all, cheating. In the rules, when I just read them before, they said that only the catcher, the pitcher, or the batter can call it. No teammates can tip them off, and nobody from the dugout can tip them off. Are you kidding me? Are we really going to sit here and fool ourselves about Major League Baseball, the home of steroids, amphetamines, and banging on trash cans for balls and strikes? You don't think that right now in pitchers and catchers, teams are getting their signals down with fake mustaches, fake glasses and wigs and hand signals and landing planes when they want somebody to challenge it? You don't think Aaron Boone, Baboon, Bubbles, Buffoon is going to do everything in his power to be in on that conversation? Keep an eye out this season with this system and guys trying to get around the system, because that's what baseball is all about. Guys cheat until they get caught. So I guarantee right now that there's going to be several conspiracies or scandals coming out about dugouts tipping off batters when to challenge. Another con about this is tech limitations. It's not a perfect system yet. They've only had it for about 3 years. I said that they implemented it in minor league baseball, but they struggle to adapt to players' anatomy. So now a human umpire behind the plate can see that Aaron Judge is 6'7" and Jose Altuve is 5'6" on a good day, and he can make the strike zones accordingly. Apparently, the system is having trouble matching it up to who's in the batter's box. Also, a static strike zone, they call it, where it doesn't have any depth, where guys work the corners with breaking balls. It's in about an inch on the strike zone, so they're worried about the calls on the corners not being accurate enough. But isn't this the whole reason why the ABS system is being implemented, is to get those tight calls on the corners? So maybe in a couple of years, maybe after implementing this system, it's going to get better and better. But guess what? The last con that I have about this whole situation is the human element that we keep taking out of baseball, man. Even with the challenges, it cuts down on managers and umpires going at it. And I don't know about you, but a good umpire, manager, kicking dirt on each other's feet gets me riled up. And also, I think it's indispensable for a team. I think Aaron Boone abuses the privilege. But a manager like Joe Girardi or Joe Torre, who would hold that in their back pocket, and when they wanted to make a point to a manager or an umpire, they would take it out and they would go make a statement. Then it would fire the team up. They'd come back if they were in a lull, or if they were losing that game, they'd come back and they'd get fired up. Also, another thing with hitting guys, you used to plunk a guy, then another team would plunk a guy. Now the umpire warns both sides. Okay, now everybody got their pound of flesh. Now we can move on. Now in Major League Baseball, you hit one guy, both sides get warnings immediately. So the manager has no recourse, and you're taking their legs out from under them. So I always am worried about the human element. But then on the other hand, man, these umpires year after year, they seem like they're getting worse and worse. And if you don't have outcomes of games that you find reasonable, or if you find a championship or a Division I that you go, you know what, that last strike, man, that was really a ball, that can eat you alive in the 6-month layoff until next season. So hopefully it will cut down on that. But they're going to have to work the warts out. The pitch clock, I like the pitch clock. I think moving the game along is good. Now games are a manageable 2 hours to 2.5 hours, but now with the ABS system, I think it's going to lengthen that again. Also, another thing that I don't like about it, it takes framing pitches away from the catchers. That has become an art in Major League Baseball, turning balls into strikes and framing pitches. And that is such a niche, amazing, important talent to have as a catcher, and you kind of took the human element away again. Let me know in the comments below. Do you like this system? Do you like where it's going? Is this good for baseball? Sound off in the comments and let me know, because I'm going to be covering baseball, the AL East, the New York Yankees, all season long. It's New York Minute Sports. It's New York Sports for New York Nuts. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. And remember, if you can't be good, be bad, baby. Good night, Canada. Bye.